Hey guys, today we're going to have a little chat. So I left the cultivator just on the side of the field here because I'm just finishing off the sugar beet at the moment, the sugar beet field for the new crop which is going in. So down the cultivator goes, just with number 2 there, and we're back onto the straights. So we're back on here, working our way around the headlands for Jeffrey, and Jeffrey will be coming around in a minute to just finish off the headlands here with the sugar beet drill. There was a bit of an issue with the bearing on the drill. The bearing basically was slightly worn down and wasn't working. Luckily Jeffrey managed to get the bearing fixed, and Jeffrey's away drilling at the top of the field here, so we're all systems go again. But that's just the way it goes sometimes in farming with machinery. Is you know, you get these breakdowns, you get equipment which is which you know will fail now and then, and yeah, it's just one of those things, unfortunately. So I mean, I've just been thinking this year really as well about this machine, the Pottinger, which I bought with my own money. Hopefully you guys can see behind me. The Pottinger was actually bought with some YouTube money, and it's been really good since I've had it. And thanks to you guys watching all the videos and supporting the channel by buying the merchandise, it's been a really good purchase. And I'm looking in the future to, because of the success of this machine, I'm looking at buying some more machinery. And coming up soon is the new Tanko bale wrapper, which I know a lot of you guys are excited about. So yeah, I mean, if there's any implements you think I should look at later down the line, I mean, something I've always wanted is my own plough. I mean, years and years ago, we only used to have a little tractor. It was a John Deere 6300. I used to love that tractor. But one of the disadvantages was I couldn't really do that many decent-sized jobs with it because it was only about 90 horsepower. But that didn't stop me getting up to all sorts of things with that tractor. It was a brilliant little pocket rocket, really, for its size. So yeah, I mean, one of the advantages of the 155 is I can do everything now on the farm. I mean, you could do everything with a little tractor anyway, but it's just nice being on top of the power, really. And to be honest, we scraped up some money from the old tractor to then jump to the 6930, and now with this tractor we feel that we're in a position where we finally got a decent tractor which will hopefully last a while. I'm not sure about all of the modern technology on them, but I'm sure with this John Deere, hopefully it should last, you know, a good while. And what that will now enable is us to invest some money into some particular machines. And one of the machines which we're looking at the moment, as a lot of you guys know, is the wood chipper. And the wood chipper is a machine which will process wood on the farm for turning it into wood chip. And you know, there's a lot of work which has gone into financing the wood chipper, being able to buy it, and finding enough work for it as well, lining up the buyers before we do anything. That's the most important part of this new business. And yeah, no, it's just all about preparation, really, we've found. So I'm just pulling down this headland here, levelling out some areas, just where the drills come towards the end of the headlands. So yeah, with machinery, it's really important when you're purchasing machinery that you can warrant the equipment, and when you've got it on your farm, you need to make it pay ultimately. And that's something I've been finding out myself as I've grown up. I mean, a lot of people say to me that you know, perhaps we use too many contractors. We should do more work ourselves, which is true, but sometimes, believe it or not, the contractor can actually be cheaper than owning your own piece of equipment. And it's something we've certainly found over the years, because a lot of contractors now will do the work for pretty much break-even prices. So to them it's a way of life, and they enjoy doing it because they can then buy, you know, a new piece of machinery and they can keep their new tractor. So we've got to be aware to some degree on the farm that we're not just buying a piece of equipment for the sake of it. We've got to actually warrant that piece of kit. We've got to think, well, do we really need it? Is it going to pay us back in the long term? Can it save us money against the contractor? And that's probably why we don't have, you know, a huge amount of equipment on the farm. You know, for me, all I've actually wanted, and what I think every farm should have, or if they can have, is just a telehandler and a good tractor. And for us, we've been trying to get some good machinery for a while. So having this tractor is an absolute luxury, and don't think for a second that I take this tractor for granted, because I don't. It does need a damn good clean. It's absolutely filthy at the moment, but as we're coming towards the end of spring now, it will have a really good spring clean, I can assure you of that. And you know, everything's going to change a bit on this farm. Some jobs we will be able to do on the farm, and some other jobs we won't be able to do. And I just hope you guys are perhaps aware of that. And you know, if you're wondering why, you know, a lot of jobs are done by the contractor, then it's probably because the contractor is actually cheaper than buying the equipment in the first place. So that's what we've found with the amount of acres which we're farming here. So we're just coming up this hill now, and the girl's just picking up to 1500 RPM there. A glorious afternoon, Saturday the 4th of April. Congratulations to the winner of the Merlot merchandise. I'm sure Merlot will be getting in touch with you to find out your details to send you over the Merlot merchandise. Hopefully the epidemic hasn't affected the delivery of the merchandise. But as a lot of you guys know, I have really enjoyed my time with the Merlot. It's very difficult to truly say what a machine is like. You know, you need to own it for at least, you know, 4 or 5 years and give it some stick, and then, you know, I could really give an opinion on a machine. All I try and convey to you guys is my initial impressions of the machine and what I think the machines are like. Time can certainly change an individual's opinion of a machine when they break down, when they perhaps aren't up to scratch. You know, you get a lot of little niggly things with machines now, mainly electronics. Sometimes they can drive very nicely initially, but over time they might not drive the way they originally drove, or the way they initially drove. So it's very, very difficult actually to say what a machine is like sometimes. The Merlot is quite a special one for me though. Out of all of the telehandlers I've driven, I really do like the way it drives. But like I say, you'd probably need to have it for 4 or 5 years, give it some sticks, throw 5,000 hours on it, and then you'd have a good idea of what the machine was like and what the brand was like. Yeah, it is getting dusty this afternoon, guys, and I'm just on the last sort of belt around, and Jeffrey's just behind the hedge over there with the drill, and he'll be going around these headlands in a minute to just finish off the rest of these headlands. Ah, you couldn't quite make it. Whee, up you go. You go. Sit, 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 sit. Okay, so that's the deer just put back on the trailer. Hey dude, you alright? There's the bull from he's in his pen which we cleaned out the other day, just chilling in the sun. It's a lovely evening today on the farm. Okay. So Jeffrey's just gone past with the sugar beet drill, so if we just have a look down here, we should be able to hopefully find the seed, which will be in here somewhere. Oh, so there we go. So that's one of the sugar beet seeds there. So that's going to grow, that little seed, into quite a big sugar beet over time, and that's what we're looking for. Those tiny little green pellets there, that's the one of the sugar beet seeds there. So I'll just cover that back up again with a bit of soil, just pat it down deep into there. They're usually about 1 centimetre to 2 centimetres down in depth in the soil, but it's just nice to check on them and just make sure that the seed's going in properly. And I'm really hoping this year that the sugar beet gets off to a good start, because last year it had a really good start, but then it suffered from the dry summer we had. And this year, hopefully, as long as we get a bit of rain, hopefully mid-July or mid-August as well, hopefully the sugar beet crop will do quite well. Hello, Dave. There we go, guys, a lovely end to the day. Sorry I wasn't able to film the lambs and sheep going off the trailer earlier on today. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to the marshes to film them going off the trailer, but I will get some footage when they're being checked this week, and you guys will be able to see all of the Shropshire sheep's lambs, and you'll also as well see all of the ewes out on their summer grazing pastures. So if you've enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up, it would be hugely appreciated. If you haven't subscribed, do click the subscribe button. I hope you're having a great weekend, guys, despite the epidemic and having to stay at home. Hopefully Olly's farm is a bit of an escape for you guys, and please stay safe, guys, and I will catch you later on this week on the next one.